Kolberg for the George Herald, and today we are at the George Correctional Services where we will be interviewing sentenced sexual offenders. So let's go see what they have to say. Sipho, jy is nou hier in George gevangenis.
Ja.
Jy is skuldig bevind van verkrachting.
Yes.
Vertel vir my van die offense. Vertel vir my wat het gebeur. Hoekom is jy vandag hier?
There was some people that I was supposed to take to Cape Town with the minibus. So I went on the Sunday, but I didn't find the persons that I was looking for. So the neighbor of the person that I went to, he sent his daughter to go drive with me so that he can show me where are the people that I'm looking for.
Sorry, where were you living? Where was that? In George or?
Yes, here in George.
Okay.
So I didn't go to the place where I was supposed to go. Then I drove to the N2 near the airport, George Airport. That's where all the things happened. Then I came back. I left the girl there in Thembalethu, near Thembalethu police station. It was the neighbor of the guy that I went to look for. Then he sent me with his daughter. The daughter must go and show me where this guy, because this guy was not there at his home. So that's when I drove away with then I went to N2.
Okay.
Yes, that's where I read there.
Why?
I won't lie them. I don't know what happened. Something just came up, said drive away. I don't know. I don't want to lie. Because I don't want to make excuses of alcohol. Yes, I was drunk at that time, but I don't want to blame alcohol for something that I was supposed to stop it. So I don't want to blame anything, because it's my responsibility.
How old were you at that stage?
I was 22.
22.
Yes.
And were you living in Thembalethu?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about where you grew up and how you grew up. Did you have both your parents? Did you go to school? Or?
I was born in BE, but I came to George in 1986. Then we were staying in Lavai camp. We moved away from Lavai camp 1990. We went to stay in Thembalethu, the zone 1. That was the first location. I grew up without my father. It was only my mother who was there, but most of the time my mother was not there. My mother was in Cape Town. I was working at Cape Town.
So you grew up on your own?
No, we were staying with my mother's, with my uncle.
Okay.
Growing up, it wasn't easy, because sometimes I will go sleep without food. My uncle used to drink, him and his wife, so I was supposed to be there for my younger brother, because it was me and my younger brother. So I had to do some things, or go and break in some neighbor's house so that I can get food for me and my brother. So it was not easy. Then in 96, we moved away from my uncle's house. Our big brother came and fetched us. Then we stayed with her. Even then, it was not easy. Sometimes the person who was supposed to look after us, he will do things that it was not nice. So I ended up...
To you or?
To me. I ended up running away from home. I went to stay in the street. A friend of mine that I was with at the school, his mother take me in. So I grew up as that lady was my mother. 99, my mother got a stroke because he was told that I wanted to come here. I was in hospital for suicidal. Then he came back. Then after he came back, I started leave the school. I went to work. Then I was working at the construction. Then I started there, live there. But most of the time I was busy in the taxi industry. Yes.
And this, the girl that you raped, was that the first time that anything like that happened, or?
Yes, it was the first time.
Okay. Did you have a girlfriend at that stage?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
So why didn't you just sleep with your girlfriend?
That's why I said, ma'am, I don't know what got into me.
I think it's about to do with the way that you grew up, with that person who did stuff to you. Maybe that had an influence on your life, or?
Yeah, I will say it so, ma'am, because...
What I'm trying to get at is if you had a different background growing up, if you had both your parents there looking after you and things were okay, do you think it would have been, your future would have been different?
Yes, ma'am. It will be much different. And in 2002, I started to drink. That's when I will sometimes steal money from a friend's towel so that I can go and share with my younger brother. And even when my mother was there,
It was still bad.
it was still bad because he was not working. I was supposed now to look after her because he couldn't work anymore because he had a stroke. His whole side was not working.
Did you have a job at that stage?
No. Back then I used to just in taxi rank, sometimes I will go and be a conductor in someone's taxi so I could get just money to come and buy something to eat for the family.
What is your sentence?
It's 20 years, man.
20 years.
Yes.
If you get out, or when you get out, how will your life change? What will you do differently? Would you, do you think you're fit to go back and be a good citizen?
Yes, I think I'm fit, ma'am, to go back to the community. The things that I have learned that I didn't know while I was outside, I have equipped myself with. While I was in Kimberley, I started to electrician. Then I started business management. And so those things that it's going to help me so that I can.
And are you learning new skills here as well to equip yourself better?
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So since I'm here, there's a lot of things that I didn't know while I was outside. And remember, it's my first time in prison. Okay. So
you don't want to come back?
No, I don't want to come back anymore. I have learned my lesson. So if I can get a chance to go out, I will grab it with both hands.
So what advice do you have first of all, for young boys?
I will tell them, ma'am, crime doesn't pay. It's either you will lose your life, because the community now, they are taking the law into their hands. So it's either you will die or you will come to prison. So crime, you must stay away from crime. Even if it's hard, try to if you want to earn money, try it by all means to earn it in the right way. I will advise the parents, ma'am, to try and listen to the children when they come and tell them there's something wrong that has been going on in their life. Because most of them, our parents, they don't want to hear if you come and say, maybe your family members has done something wrong to you.
Are you talking about sexual assault?
Yes. Our parents doesn't want to hear that. But at the end, and when they starting to want to really understand it, it's been too late at that time, because worst thing will happen to you. Then they will realize, hey, if I did listen from the first time,
Then it could have been different.
it could be a bit different.
And I think, well, I don't know if you agree, but I think also that if something happens in a child's life and their own parents don't want to listen, I think children must have the confidence to speak to senior people in the community. But it is also the responsibility of those people to listen to the child.
Yes, it is so, man. It is. There's a saying that in our culture, the child, you cannot raise the child alone.
It takes a village to
It's
raise
the
a
village that takes to raise a child.
True. So, do you have children of your own?
Yes, ma'am.
What message do you have for them?
I'm sorry for what I have done, because now they have to grow without me. And I know it's hard for them to accept that I'm not there. Even December, the older one, he was here. He said in 2 years' time he wants to go to the bush, and he's 16 years.
Oh yes.
So I asked him that he must be patient, because I'll almost finish with my
Until you get
studies.
on.
Yes.
You want to be part? Do they visit you often?
No, they are not here at the moment. So they came just because their mother was still working here in George, but now he's been transferred to Kimberley. So they are staying that side.
Okay.
In December, when I called her that I wanted to see the children, so he brought them.
Okay. And is there anything that you want to say to your victim?
I would like to apologize, ma'am, for what I did to her. I know saying I'm sorry won't take away the pain that I have caused her. But I hope one day they will learn to forgive me. I would like to say to my mother's sister, because I don't have a mother now. My mother passed away in 2010. So I would like to say to my aunt, I'm really sorry, and I love her.
Okay.